Urban Media Today talks sports with Ray Porter Jr., Vince Butts, and Trevin A Jones on Urban Media Today Radio.
It's game time!
It's Urban Media Today talks sports. You got Trevin A Jones, you got Ray Porter Jr., you got my man Keith Platt Jr., you got Vince Butts, Coach William Greg Hoyd, another junior. Too many juniors up in the house. Anyway, it's all good. Juniors, and then we got the ladies. We got Erica Taylor and Margo Hinton. Interesting thing about Margo and Erica, both of them. Margo, and I'm going to let her tell this story in a second. Didn't you just play in the Olympics, or was it senior games? Not too distant past.
Albuquerque, New Mexico, basketball, 50 plus 80-year-olds out there doing their thing too. I'm in the first age group though, so you got to know that. The 50 plus, just 50 y'all.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, we came in fourth place. I'm still upset about that. We were like 1 point out of the medals. I should have had a bronze medal, but instead I left with a fourth place ribbon. Other than that, it was a great experience.
So you were mad because you ended up with a ribbon and not a medal?
Man, we got a fourth place. Man, that's bad. Felt bad.
All right.
Great experience.
Go ahead, say it again.
I just said great experience though.
Yeah. And I'm not mistaken, you were talking about, I think the last time we had a show, maybe it was last winter, you guys gotten inducted into the High School Hall of Fame, or was it your college Hall of Fame?
Both, brother.
Oh,
All right.
Well, I'm in IUP's Hall of Fame. I was inducted in that back in 2002. I got inducted into my high school Hall of Fame in, I believe it was 2018. And then later that same year, I got inducted into the Pittsburgh Public Schools City League Hall of Fame. So, yeah.
That's
all right.
Trifecta on y'all.
And then the high school, what high school did you go to?
South Hills High School closed in 1986, and I lovingly like to say that it shut down after I graduated in 85. They could no longer continue.
So you tell me you shut the school down? That's how hard you was hooping?
That's when it came. Is that when it became Brashear?
Well, it didn't really become Brashear, but people no longer go there, so they went to either Carrick or Brashear, yes.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And then the next young lady I got to go to, man, talking about going back, we go back. Now we go way back because, time is passing. But she used to hoop and with the Westinghouse Bulldogs. Coach Jones.
Yes,
was
sir.
Coach Jones your coach?
Coach Jones was the assistant coach. She had just got there my junior year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
and
so.
Don't stop talking. Don't get humble on me because Erica was part of the Lady Bulldogs that just was stomping people back in the day, if I'm not mistaken.
We weren't part of who.
Teammates.
We weren't part of who Margo knew. That was Stacy and Dion and them.
Go.
They were before me. I saw them in middle school, and I saw them when I was in middle school. They were playing at the Civic Arena in the championship, and I was like, I can't play in high school with them.
Right.
I was like in the 6th grade. I was like, I can't play with them. That's more of
That's my age.
royalty you speak of. Mm-hmm. Westinghouse, they left. Westinghouse went on a bit of a skid. My sophomore year, we only won 4 games, but the next year we went to the city championship.
Nice.
That's still a champion.
So that kind of, we had to grow up a little bit.
Man, you see how it is. Westinghouse is so used to winning ladies hoops. Erica said, well, we only had like 1 championship. It's a championship.
Well, I won one in 89. Then they won another one in 90. I was still in Pittsburgh, and I kind of helped them push for that, even though I wasn't in school. But after all that losing, when we only won 4 games, and people were disappointed because Westinghouse is a community school. Mm-hmm. And we're all, Westinghouse Homewood is, very supportive of us, even when we were losing a little bit, but they wanted to see better. But yeah. And no, I'm nothing worldwide like Margo. Margo, I remember you, I said, from Summer League. Did you play with Carlita?
Yeah.
Were you on that team?
Yeah, I played with Carlita.
Okay.
That's what Summer League. Could have been Sutton Impact. That's
the name of the squad. Yeah.
Nika.
In fact, I played on Dennis Boyce's team. It was mostly Westinghouse, except they were all younger than me.
Absolutely.
That's what's up. And see, that's why Carlita, we got to get Coach Carlita Evans over on here.
Yeah, Carlita helped us out. Me and another teammate, we played over at Peabody that year in between before we went to the city championship. So Peabody helped us out a lot.
Really? We get, that's right. You got paid rent, you know what I'm saying?
What you say?
Westinghouse paid Peabody some rent to play in the gym, so it's all right.
We played over there in the summer, right outside on that court. That was back in the late 80s.
That's
and the guys and everybody used to just let us play.
That's pretty cool.
Wow. So this is going to be interesting conversation as we talk about hoops tonight. So that's going to be interesting. And gentlemen, we got to talk about the fact that with the NBA and ladies, with the NBA supposedly opening up some of the facilities this weekend, I want to get you all to weigh in on that. I wanted to get you all to weigh in on what you would expect if the NBA season continues. Is it going to be as exciting, or is it just where you sit back and just wait to see what's going to happen?
Listen, it might be more exciting simply because we ain't seen real live sports in I don't know when. Seemed like forever.
That's what I'm thinking.
I think it's going to be more exciting than if it was just a regular season and nothing had changed. Yeah, I'm all in. Let's go.
Until they get the testing, man, I'm not getting my hopes up. Mark Cuban said he ain't even opening up the Dallas Mavericks practice facility yet. So until then, man, it's all talking. It's all hype right now. But so far, it seems like it's on a good track.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how everything pans out. I mean, they're obviously taking it slow like all sports should and will, but we'll see. Some people don't feel like the rest of the season is going to continue.
Yeah, a lot of the conferences.
Go ahead, Coach.
A lot of the conferences, NCAA, they said they're going to let them just follow the leads of the government, whatever the governor said for the states. But they did let the genie out of the bottle with the recruiting. They let up a lot of things recruiting on Wednesday. It's a lot of things they let out. They're letting multiple coaches talk to kids on one day. You get multiple visits. They're going to be paying for the full summer. But we'll talk a little bit more about that.
I was going to say, yeah, we definitely got to talk about that on that throughout the show, Coach. What about you, Vince? What you thinking, man? You're a hoops guru.
And I think they'll be smart about it. I think you'll have some teams open up a few facilities with some social distancing. I think they're going to do like they do at the hospital, like the children's hospital I work at. They do a temperature screen. So do temperature screens. They only allow so many players in at a time. If you only have 6-8 hoops, you're only going to allow that many players in. So just one player can shoot on a hoop. And I think if they're smart about it and take cues from I think the medical community, I think they'll be okay.
As a fan, I'm excited about the league possibly doing something. But if I was a player, I don't think I'd be heading to the facility at all. I'm sorry. Just in terms of my own personal health and taking something back to my family, it would take a lot for me to participate. And I think those are decisions that the players are going to have to make individually because I just know that I would not be in a hurry to get back to anything.
So that's why Mark Cuban said that.
What do you think, Keith? Go ahead. Weigh in.
She basically said what Mark Cuban said. Even though he's getting permission to open up his facilities, he said he's not opening up until there's some testing done. He don't want his players to catch it. He said until then, they're working out at local parks and they're doing the best they can to work out. He said he just don't feel safe with the situation right now, and I totally agree with him.
Yeah, I mean, I like I said before, I'm a sports fanatic. I love sports. But at this point in time, and I'm not making myself better than anybody else, but at this point in time, I don't see anything happening. I think it's a lot of talk. And the reason I think it's a lot of talk is because not only on the professional level, but at the school level, you let one of these young people go out there and get sick, and that's a wrap. That's a lawsuit. And people are acting like football isn't a contact sport. Football is a contact sport. Anybody that's played, you get sweat on, even in basketball. you get sweat on. In football, you can get spit on, not intentionally, but you still can get spit on. And if this virus is passed that easily, I don't see how we as a country can sit back and say, well, yeah, we can play sports. Are you kidding me? People are dropping dead, not even touching each other.
No, hey, Trevin, can I say one more thing real quick?
No. Go ahead, man.
Two things that I saw. First of all, I saw Impact Wrestling, and I know it's staged or whatever, but they held their event with no fans, and they said that everybody, all the wrestlers got tested, and they had fake crowd noise, which I thought was real interesting. And then on ESPN2, they've been showing this Korean baseball league with no fans. And they look like they're going to float all right. Like, it look like a good quality brand of baseball. And I think that's going to be the new norm because we're probably going to take a page out of that same book for those two situations I just named.
But also with that, real quick, that Korean baseball league, I know if anybody tests positive during while they're playing, they're shutting it down for 3 weeks.
Exactly.
But those are the other things that you got to think about. Something happened, somebody tests positive, now you got to quarantine. It's going to take a lot.
I know we're frustrated and we want to get back to normal, but how do you play a spectator sport with no spectators?
Yeah.
Like where's the interest at? I mean, I know we're itching to watch something on TV, something live on TV, but how do you generate revenue from just showing it on TV?
Yeah, revenue. That's true.
Yeah, for sure. Especially what stadiums and arenas, what they bring in each game. So how?
I mean, I heard fans say that they're so starved for live action that they're willing to go to the stadium and risk contracting it because they feel like and there are a lot of people that feel like if I catch it, I'm not gonna have symptoms or I'm not gonna be that bad.
I'm not gonna say what I'm thinking.
I mean, no, say what you're thinking. I mean, look, there's
2 words.
I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it, but there are plenty of people out there like that
Right.
don't they've been starving for live sports that they're willing to step out there and risk themselves and risk their family members as well.
Those are the same people.
Go ahead, Coach.
Those are the same people, Vince, that won't go down to the hospital and see all the dead people in the morgue right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right.
I mean, they want to go to a game, but ain't nobody going down to the hospital to see people. Morgues are full. The hospital morgues are full.
Mm.
Yeah, they're filling up, and no exaggeration, they're filling up tractor trailers, freezer trailers with bodies, which is crazy.
Yep.
My thing is, though, with some of the states opening, you got people going to malls. You got people going to barbershops. You got people going to hair salons. So they're going to show up at the games. So at some point in time, it's like, I know we're responsible for ourselves, but if you and I'm keeping it sports related, a sport is inviting people to come. Now you might say, and Keith, I checked out the Korean baseball that you spoke about. That was boring to me. I turned it on. I couldn't even watch. I maybe watched an inning.
Come on, baseball in general is not that exciting.
You're talking basketball.
So there's nobody in the arena, but guess what? You're going to have probably twice as many people watching your sporting event because there's nothing going on. So you just got to switch your mindset into this is it. I get a chance to showcase my talent to more people than I ever have before.
But they're going to have to go to social media during the game to see it.
Yeah, I think that's only true for certain players because players' organizations, because Steve Kerr already wrapped it up, but they've been wrapped it up.
Mm-hmm.
The Warriors wrapped it up last summer, so everybody's not on board. You see LeBron working out, you'll see somebody like him. He probably played before no crowd. Not just him, but certain players that have stayed in shape, but others that if they decided that they're not going to play, I don't even know if they could flip their mindset and get ready to play on that type of level.
And they're worried about injuries as well. I've heard them all talk about injuries, not having the proper chance to prepare for a shortened season. So,
Yeah.
Well, I think about money
got
too,
the gym in his house. Lakers is all over there. Five players a day.
Yeah, but think about the locker rooms, though.
Right.
WNBA, whoever, if someone comes down with it, I mean, it's going to be, it's going to be horrific. People will take that back to their families, their coaches. You know what I mean? If somebody walk into the locker room or to the establishment with it, and we have an outbreak, it's going to be a ripple effect around the entire country, and we might not even have sports come back for years.
The athletes are not, I shouldn't say all of them, but a lot of the athletes are working out, whether it's NBA or football players. I know somebody that is affiliated with a local football player, and they had at least 3-4 players, NFL players, at their house for dinner and practicing. So, that's where they're at. They're gonna work out regardless, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, think about it. That's a switch that's in your head. Like all your life, this is what you've been doing, and now they're just saying stop. And stop because they don't want people to get sick. They don't want you to get sick. But that's all you've been doing, and you've been getting paid, especially when you've been getting paid to do it. So that's all you've been doing. What, 24/7? So how are they going to, like, you're talking about a switch in their head that you got to click that switch. How do you turn that off?
But to kind of go, talk what Margo said, is that football players, they don't have a guaranteed contract, so they got to work out. Basketball, majority of the basketball players have guaranteed money.
Right.
Baseball player got guaranteed money. Football players, they got to work out, because if they don't make it, it's a wrap. They don't get paid.
Good point.
A very good point. Speaking about good points, we play a full game here. That's the end of the first quarter. It's Urban Media Today Talk Sports. Right now we're talking hoops. We got Greg Hoyd Jr., William Greg Hoyd Jr., Coach Ray Porter Jr., got Vince Butts, Keith Platt Jr. Man, too many juniors up here. Makes the name too long. Erica Taylor, Margo Hinton, and myself. We're going to come right back after this brief timeout. It's Urban Media Today Talk Sports.